This is the Stony Cabin Valley Horse Herd Management Area in Battle Mountain, Nevada. And you're looking at some of your wild horses. Now, I'm looking for trampled bushes, folks, because that's one of the things the ranchers are saying, that the horses trample the bushes, but I can't see any. I'm really looking hard. I see a footprint here, right here, but it just missed this little bush here. This bush is intact. All these bushes are intact. If you get my meaning, if you get my drift. Again, here's a hoof print, but it's not on the vegetation itself. Here's another hoof print, but it's not on the vegetation, is it? And all around are hoof prints, but they're not on the vegetation. Do you see what I'm trying to point out to you? The big lie that they're destroying the environment, they're trampling down vegetation. Well, I point out to you all these footprints and all these bushes around intact. We are gathering evidence to see whether or what they're saying is true. And this is one of the big factors, isn't it? Isn't that what the cattle ranchers are saying, Craig?
They'll often say that they
I can't hear you, Craig. Can you see?
They'll say they destroy the vegetation and pull the grass up by the roots, but it's actually cattle and sheep that do that with their tongues. Because they don't have upper incisors.
Okay, but
rarely will a horse do that.
But I'm talking about trampling the bush right now. Do you see any trampled? I need a wildlife ecologist to verify that what I'm saying is true here, even though I have visual. Do you see any? Maybe you can point out some.
There are times when they will paw at bushes to get grass.
Right.
And when there's snow, also they'll paw through the snow and
but
break
here,
the ice.
Do you see trampled? I always see a footprint here. I don't see a footprint here.
They tend to step around the bushes in general.
Okay, so there we have a wildlife ecologist verifying what you and I are seeing here. There's again a footprint there, but not on the bush. So another example, folks. Now here's an area heavily trotted by a little foal and its mother, but not on the bush. Why isn't it being trampled here? Why didn't they just carelessly step here? Because horses are ecologists. They were born into nature to be so. This is a nice little horse herd, but not for long, folks, because out of the 534 horses here, they're going to be rounding them up, 200 and something. When they're perfectly healthy, in the dead of winter, right now, there's no need to decrease their numbers. Now, when we were in the BLM office, one of the employees there stated that manure can take years. What did she state that horse manure to break down can take a year or more? But yet, as you can see in this decomposition of the manure, it's already decomposing.
Yeah, it's starting to decompose.
You see? And it breaks open. Let's see if we can find any seeds in here.
You see how intact it is, and so actually a lot of animals can re-eat it, even the horses themselves can re-eat that.
I'm sure that there's seeds in here that eventually in the next rains will help reseed the soil, or at least give topsoil. There seems to be some mares and foals coming up to us. What other animal comes up to us, dear viewers? What other animal? They're the only animal left on the planet that actually doesn't really run away from us, because it remembers its connection with us. It remembers that great love that we've held between each other. They remember carrying us through history on their backs. And they're asking you now to help them. And if it means giving up beef, so be it. If it means sending a message to these ranchers and to these lobbyists in Washington that we want to preserve our wild herds, then we'll do that. We'll make that sacrifice.